Casey Jones. Some really cool guitar work in here, and a lot of those lead licks and like that kind of stuff follow right along with the chords. So let's just discuss the chords in the song first. I think that'd be a good way to start. Over the lesson on the cage system, it's good to know how to play. Let's say this song is C major, so I know how to play C major like that. I know how to play it like that. You could play it, you can make a and you could check out the cage system to work on that, but we have C in the song, F, back to C, so that's a lot of the verses, and then eventually it does this cool walk up that kind of goes out of key, kind of switches when it goes from C to D major, because usually in C major you have a D minor. I don't mean to get too much into the theory, but if you think about it, a D major has an F sharp, and when we're in the key of C we don't have any accidentals, so we're going, we're kind of putting C, D to F to G, C to D, and then that little turnaround is like F, E7, A minor, and G. So I won't get too much into the chords. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. But for example, the intro, we're doing and that's kind of like a simplified version of it. There's only one little difference that you can hear in the studio recording, and that's this little bend. But we'll talk about that. So we're at the 8th fret. We have the B and E string, 8th. You could tell when they write this and come up with the licks, we're really paying attention to the chords here. It's almost like it's like a rock song, but especially Jerry has a very jazz approach to it, with the chords like following the C and the D major and then following the vocal melody, and we'll talk about all that. So we know we have a C position here too. I was just talking about that. So the way I think about it, songs in C, we're just going to take these two 8s and bar them on the B and E, and then do this hammer on to the 10th fret on the B string with that, like this. So hammer on to 10, going back to that, hit it, hammer on, back, and then the simplified version is you slide down on the G string from 9 to 7, and then hit 5. So we have slowly, and then the last little part is 7 on the D, and then 3 on the D. So 9, 7, 5, 7, 3, and then 5, 7 slide on the D, and then 5 on the G string twice. So let's pay attention to this really closely. We have, so you do that, hammer on, back to normal, slide down from 9 to 7, 5. It's kind of weird, but you get used to it. So you gotta get to that very quickly, the 7th on the D string, and then F, because he's thinking we're playing with an F chord. So that would be the chords for the intro. So we're going that slide to 5, then 7, 3. Just kind of a stretch. I use ring because use pinky. Then 5, 7, slide on D. See, then we end on C there. It's good to also not just know the chords, but I know there's a C here, there's a C here. You know, knowing where every C is on the fretboard, you can literally just Google. Maybe I'll put one in my Dropbox, like notes. And all you really need is up to the 12th fret, because then just an octave and repeats. So if you want to add that little bend in there, after you do this, you'll be on the 8th fret of the B string and the 7th fret of the G string, and you bend that, just the G string, 7th fret. So, and I've also seen it's sometimes hard. I try to pay attention to, you could play all the notes right, but maybe Jerry or Bobby played it on a different string. So like how I'm going, they could maybe do and I like to pay attention to that, and whoops. I like to play it lower, but we'll talk more about that. So we have that, and kind of explain the chords. C to F, 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 C, kind of quickly, C, 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 F, and then eventually C. Sometimes I like to add this low bass note in there, like C/G. So it'd be like, it's like to D, to F, G. And what Jerry plays over that is he follows the chords. So first, you gotta get this little. We already did that. So think of that bar there. Now let's bar all the way across. This would be like a C minor chord. We're gonna bar 8 on the G, B, and E, and then hammer on that. I always talk about the minor to major third thing. So you're gonna do that really quick. And this is really easy to get the hang of. So you go. This is all on the A and the D string. So 5, 7. We're just using 5 and 7s on the A and D. 5, 7 slide. 5, 7 on the D. 5 on the G. Back to 7 on the D. So check it out. He always starts with like, or if you want to change it, you can start on just C. But I like the. So what's happening there is we're in C. He's sliding into the major third and then kind of walking up. Right. So we have 5, 7, 5, 7, 5. You can actually skip that last 7. I kind of misspoke with that. You would end on the 5 on the G string. So, and you go up 2 frets and play the same kind of thing. 7, 9 on the A slide. 7, 9 pick on the D. And then 7 on the G string. So you just do the same kind of shape, like it's following that D chord too. Now we're sliding to the major third of D. It's like what jazz players do. They pay attention to chords. We're not just playing a pentatonic scale, even though that would work. We're going. Then that's where you go back to that note, the 9th fret. So watch real slowly. And then this part I love. I like to add some vibratos on them. 12 on A and 10 on G. So twice. So we have then he kind of does this on the D string, 10, 12, 12, 14 slide. So like, whoops. And then again. Now this part is really cool. These are all arpeggios and, like I said, just totally like jazz style, but applying it to, like, you know, a rock song. So this is what I was talking about with trying to play it on the same strings. Like, you know, I could do, but you can kind of hear it sounds like he's doing it on G string. It has a different kind of tone to it. Then you hear it, same notes, but sounds different. So let's talk about the easy way first. That follows the chords. So think of an F. Play that first fret on the E string, and then 3, 1 on the B string, and then 2 on the G string. So it'd be like, follow that F, and then remember E7, which is on open E, second fret on the A, open D, first fret on the G string. And then, like, to add the third fret with my pinky on the B and open. So, then we have open E, 3, 0, instead of 3, 1, we have open E, 3, 0, and then G sharp. So we have, sorry. And then there's this little 1, 3, 1 on the B string, open, and then ending on this G note. So, and if you want to hammer on and pull off, that's kind of like, you know, just the feeling it out thing. So, and you kind of let that ring out for the G chord. So see, we followed the F, E7, and then there's the A minor. But I think I can hear him playing it up here, which would be like, and then you can just see it's a little bit harder, but it's just 10, 7 on the G, and then 10, 7 on the D to play that. It's for the F. There's so many ways to play it, you know, but I like this. And then we go to 9 on the G, 7 on the G, 9 on the D, and then, let's see here, 6 on the D string. So we have, because we gotta get the G sharp. Because E's also, there should be an E minor in the key of C, you know? So we're trying to play along with the chords, because now we have a G sharp, and remember the D, we had an F sharp. So 9, 7 on G, 9, 6 on D, and then 5, 7, 5 on the G, 4 on the G. And then we gotta hit that G somehow. So you can either, it's hard to let it ring out there like we did. So we could do, hit the G with the pinky on the 8th fret of B string. So 5, 7, 5. Whoops. And then the solos. So we have, I don't know every little note for note, and I just want to bring up real quick. I have a lot of tabs and things I want to upload. I know I haven't done that in a while. I have a Chromebook that I'm using, and it won't let me use my programs like Guitar Pro that I paid for. It's like, it doesn't let me operate it. So if anybody has any advice or help with that, that'd be amazing. I can upload more tabs, and, you know, it's easier to follow along. So if anyone can help me with that, that'd be great. So the solo, Jerry has literally said, and I've said in other videos, that he likes to follow the melody of this song and base his solo off that, and you can hear it here, like driving that train. You know, he's following the melody. So we have on the B string 13, 15, and then we're gonna bend the 15. And then we have this chromatic walk down. You know, chromatic just means or every note. So we have, and then 13, 12, 11, and then we're trying to get to 10. But what we're going to do is we're going to bend the 9 to make that pitch, and it's really creative, and he does that. Jerry does it a lot. So like, and then skip that, and then bend the 9 to match that. So like, so. And he messes around with this so we have, then we go to the 8th fret, you know, and he just basically messes around with, you know, bending 8 on the B string and hitting a normal 8, not bending that on the high E. So like, and then you can hit the major third of C. He hits that at some points, which is the 9th fret of the G string. So, and you know, that's basically the solo for that. Trying to think of anything else that'd be easy to discuss, but yeah, I'm thinking of also doing teaching the Franklin's Tower. There's more than the intro solo. I did the second solo, or Magnificent Sanctuary Band. I just got to figure out how to be able to use tabs on a Chromebook. So if anyone has a Chromebook and they know how I can do this, I'll be able to upload tabs. But that's basically all of Casey Jones, you know. So I really like that. And start there too. And then, but like I said, it's really easy to play here. And then, yeah, it's basically the whole song. So if anyone has any questions, let me know. Just got a C, F, E, E7, A minor, G, and it's basically the song. So if you have any questions, let me know, and hope you guys are having a nice day.